Hello everyone, it's Triton Baduk, and I am going to try doing a 6-dan game on Fox. We're going to have to see how that goes. I have not tried recording and talking about my thoughts at 6-dan yet, so hopefully I don't die too miserably in the middle of the game. But I don't have any more CGA games that I'll be uploading until the next season starts in about a week or two. So let me know if you prefer these style of games over the CGA games if you watched those ones at all. And maybe I'll just upload these instead. Maybe upload the CGA games some other day of the week. Just remember, if you like the video, make sure to leave comments and let me know what you like about it. Now, let's see if I can do okay in this one.
Start to play.
Game already. I am white. Okay, he's playing. Let's do my typical opening, which is the opposing 3-4 points. He's going to approach right away. I'm fine with just answering and playing slowly here. And just finishing this area because I can still take the other corner or this one still. He played low here. So I kind of want to play on this side for some reason. Or to just go over to here. I don't think it really matters too much. Yeah, maybe I'll just take this side. We'll see what he wants to do. See if he's going to do the same thing. Yeah, he's doing the same thing. I'm just going to do the same thing as well. Just pull back and keep the game very simple. Oh, but he did this one, which I don't respond to anymore. I learned from AI that this one doesn't have a very severe follow-up, so I'm okay with tanukiing here. Let's take the 3-3 on the left side, I think. Bottom left corner. Because he already has a position on both sides, so I don't want to take another move. I'm fine with this. I don't like that. So he just wanted to fight right away. That's what he wanted here. Okay. I guess I could have done a 2 space. That would have been better to prevent this from happening. But I don't think that matters too much. I could just defend. You know what? I'm just going to defend. Let's see what he wants to do here. Let's see what his plan is. Surrounding me. Okay. I'll take his 3-3. And we'll let him just surround me. I'll just take points. Is he going to double Hane? Double Hane I think would be okay for me. Nope. He just wants to do this one. I am fine with that. I like to do the push here right away instead of waiting for later, because I'm definitely not going to do the Hane here. And this peep can end up being severe in some ways, so I do want to... this one or this one would be fine, I guess. Yeah, let's just come over here and split off this side, prevent him from being able to extend from his wall. I can just push one more time here, and then I'm alive. I think let's peep first, see how he responds. Okay, then I'll just come out on this side. Make some strength in the center. Which also indirectly reinforces this stone. He's playing very weird moves. Like, this is a very awkward shape for him. Let's connect up my peeping stone. Interesting. He's going to connect underneath. Let push through. And it looks like I could just continue to push through. If I connect and he connects, that seems very, very good for him. So I need to push through again. Yeah, I definitely cannot allow him to just easily connect. Just keep disconnecting, should be fine. If I connect now and he connects underneath, Atari, Atari, Atari to the side here, this doesn't really do anything. So I think I'm fine with just disconnecting here. Keeping his group weak, and then I can jump out into the center if he ever wants to capture this stone. I don't want him to make eyes in the corner, so I need to Hane. But if he played S18, he'd be threatening to capture my stones. If I block, then he has at least one eye in the corner. Connects solidly, makes me alive. And he doesn't have any forcing moves in the area. I can just connect here to threaten to make eyes. And there is some Aji on this side here. Or just jumping out. I think I'll just jump out first. Get the middle seems sort of important to have a presence in. That move, huh? If I wedge and connect here, he can make some shape. I think that's fine. If he blocks here, is that Sente? He throws in, I block, he does this one, I do this, and he can't do anything extra here. So it's not Sente for him to do anything there. So it feels like I should try to attack him in some way. I'm not exactly sure how, but it feels like I should. So the bottom side is where I'd probably want to try to invade next. And this side's not really alive either. This is sort of a vital point in the area. So I kind of want to come from this side. Yeah, let's try to apply a little bit of pressure over here. Even if he cuts it off, it should be fine. We'll see what he wants to do. Just cutting it off directly right away. Wow. Just make myself strong. That should be fine. Hane, just to make him weaker. Feels a little bit awkward for him. Okay. He's trying very hard to be severe here. But I think it just doesn't work. I want to extend this at least once, and then I can push again. Because he's not alive over here either. Do I care too much, or should I just do this now? I think I'll just put pressure on this side now. I think I can do this, which is nice. And there is a cutting point here. So I just protect it. I can just press him down to protect it too, so that feels good. I don't think it matters too much how I defend here. Maybe this one feels like the right move for some reason. But I can't really tell you why. Because I don't even really know.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, this feels like maybe it gets better eye shape. Can I threaten this? If he plays this move, It's not 2 eyes, I guess, so I can just extend. Keep my group connected or block him from the corner. I think I might want to just keep my group connected.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think I can block him. The push and cut doesn't seem to really do much. Because then I can get this move in Sente, which is nice. But I'm not exactly sure what I want here. Because he's probably not dead. And he's probably built a little bit in the center here. Hard to really attack and do anything over here on the bottom side. I can still invade. Ah, that right away. I think I just throw in here and then I Hane. Let's try that. He has to block me. My connection would be Sente. I Hane here. To threaten the stones, really. That's not Sente for him. So I guess I just jump here. Oh, he resigned. Okay. He died, I'm pretty sure. That was a weird game. I know I didn't do a good job talking about it, but yeah, that was sort of a weird game. Oh, was that a free game? Or do I have to reset my my thing? Let me click on it. Oh, there we go. It says 80 wins now. Okay, I was like, uh-oh. It didn't give me a win for that, so I was a little bit worried. So I think I didn't play super well in this game, but I think it was mostly okay. So let's take a quick look at the graph and see what it is like, just to see if I was right about the basic feeling of the game. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth with an AI review. I'll do that on my own time, but let's look at this real quick. I'll just show you the display here, or maybe I can capture that window. But no, let's just show you the display. It's Tim47, look at that. Yeah, so it looks like, let me see, at the end here, he resigned. But it looks like I was basically just winning the entire game because he played some very weird moves. So let's look at those weird moves and see about that real quick. Let's go back to the normal view. So I'm glad I was right about my basic feeling on the game. And my opponent was actually pretty decent on Fox. 9 wins, 9 losses. It's not really too bad. He had a big win streak at one point. That looks good. So let's look at the game a little bit. So I know it's awkward sometimes when your opponent approaches right away. And this is, I think, the most important part of this game is just these sort of early approaches that he did and the sort of weird way he was playing. If he played low, I might not have responded. But because he played high, there's a really easy, simple Joseki to play here. But you can just attach underneath like I did in the game. And even if he takes the other corner like this and doesn't even finish this Joseki, doesn't mean you have to attack this right away. You just go and take the other corner, whichever way you want to. And the game can continue from here. And in this case, it would be the same as if he decided to do the cross opening and then approached high here. And since it's his move, he can take his extension now, right? It's a I think just answering the Joseki is the simplest way to deal with these types of situations. If you played low, for example, though, uh, I might not have answered because me answering here does not really put a lot of pressure on him, or me answering here. Like I would probably have to do some sort of pincer, and I don't really want to do that. Oh, ding dong. AI is playing someone. Now, yeah, I don't really want to do that, so I would probably back off. Not back off. I'd probably go play a different corner. Because if he follows up here, I'm fine with handling this corner here. And I think it's a fairly simple thing. And even if you're worried about it, you can even push one more time to make it solid, right? Because he's probably going to be a little bit behind on the board because he approached first. The tempo of the game, I guess, the flow of the game is going to make it feel like black's a little bit behind anyway. So it's okay to play a little bit more solid. And it's the same when he approaches the other side. I was thinking that if it went the same exact way, then taking this 3-3 point is a perfect place. Because it's really hard for him to use both of these sides to really get a lot of points. And if I take like a 4-4 here, when he takes my 3-3 away, this is sort of a really awkward shape because there's nowhere for me to go, right? And it's similar for if I play like a 3-4, because he can approach in an easy direction no matter which one I do. And so that makes it a little bit simpler for him. And I don't really have like a very strong group here. So I felt like this was similar, but I don't really respond to the tiger's mouth here anymore. And I'll show you why here. There's sort of two follow-ups in this area. If he does this one, then what you want to do is you want to make this cutting point and do this Atari and then go to the side. He has to worry about this cutting stone, and you still get to come underneath. And so it's if he defends this right here, it's a very thick move to play, but it's a very slow, sort of bad shape position because of this little empty triangle here. And of course, I just get the next move. It's not really a big deal. I can prevent him from coming over to here. You know, this looks fine for me. So he probably won't do that right away. Probably want to try to capture it on a larger scale. And so it's just a different type of game to play. If you're not comfortable with this sort of thing, then you can just respond. But the other move, this attachment here, you just pull back here, which feels a little bit awkward. But after this Atari and Hane, your corner is just alive, and this move ends up becoming a very severe attack later on. So again, he has this cutting point that he has to worry about, that he has to do something about, right? And if he protects the cutting point, then there's this one. So it's a sort of a bad shape for black. That's why it's perfectly fine to just Tanuki here. But it's also fine to just respond if you want to. Yeah, this. So because of the move I ended up playing in the game, which was that one space down here, I should probably just do the 2 space. It felt awkward for me when he did this. I didn't really want to fight because he did these weird side priority moves in the opening where the corners are really big first. I'm playing white, so I have Komi, so I don't want to just fight really big here because I think the game's a little bit more simple for me if I just take this move like I did in the game and he backs off in some way, right? And I take this corner. I probably have enough points in the game already. Like we look at the estimator. Let me see what it says. It says white plus 8.5. That's probably accurate enough. So I don't really want to fight there, but fighting there is also perfectly fine. It's just a style preference thing. And because I decided not to fight there, I should have actually thought about him approaching because it's actually a normal move. And I should have played just the 2-space extension. If he does this one, there's a little bit of Aji here, but it's not really severe. And I can invade over here, or just take the 3/3. And it's basically the same as in the game, but one move instead of two moves for me. More efficient, I guess. But because he played this, I think this was fine. But we get to the fight over here, and this is where it was a little bit awkward for me, honestly, because I'm really bad at fighting. It ended up working okay in this game, but yeah, it was a bit awkward. So I wanted to do this peep first to see if he would connect. If he connects, then I have this jump, which allows me to get a little bit of eye space, right? So if he then comes over here, we can say that this is basically like a decent amount of shape here for me. If he connects, I could also attach on this side and just try to make some shape over here instead. Because 1 stone, 1 to 2 exchanges is going to be supporting me a little bit. So I'm fine with this. Something, right? Since he didn't connect and he did this one instead, I wanted to see if I could use this 1 stone a little bit. I guess I could go back to the game here. I want to see if I could use this a little bit, because if he blocks this now, then I can just come over the top here. He can just connect up if he really wants to now. And now I have this influence in the middle of the board, which should be good for me, because I have the corners already. So I have a bunch of points already, right? So if I'm able to just have influence, which allows me to fight a little bit, then this should be quite good. At least I would feel comfortable in the game. And so he blocked me from this side, which allowed me to connect this back up, threatening the cut here. And this was sort of an interesting situation, because like if he blocks, then I get to cut this area off. I shouldn't be afraid of the Ko here. I guess he can connect up, so maybe I just extend down. He can extend up, but he sort of has to block me. And I feel like this is already just good for me, because he still has this cutting point he has to worry about, and it's just an awkward shape for him. So he wanted me to not do that, which is why he did the Atari first. But it's sort of interesting in that the Atari doesn't really matter too much. If he captures here, I just block and he has to connect still, and I get to be the one to jump out first. And so I'm still the one attacking his group, right? I mean, this may not be exactly how you need to play in the game, but I mean, like he does get this strength here, but I already have this center part here, and the other part that's really awkward for him, like let's say he just defends himself some way, like trying to run out, right? This Atari is super awkward for him. So if he just connects, I connect, and I have like living shape in the center of the board now. It's almost impossible to sort of kill this group at this point. So it's sort of the same result that I was telling you about before, getting the influence while I had the corners. And so it should be good for me overall. So that's why he didn't capture. That would be my guess, is why he didn't capture. He wanted to try to maintain connection here. And then he realized he didn't want me to cut, of course, which makes sense. I could connect here, but then when he connects, this doesn't really gain me anything. Like I have this sort of attachment maybe, but it's sort of awkward. I don't really have much here. So I need to block him. And then of course if he captures now, I can do this one in Sente, which is really cool. And I can just jump out. And again, this Atari here is super awkward for him, because if I capture, then I can potentially capture these stones as well. So it feels like he needs to connect. So this feels like the vital point. And then, of course, if he plays the vital point, I can come over here or just jump out towards the center and fight this group, which feels really good for me. So it feels like he just played bad fighting moves here. And maybe he just did need to connect and let me do whatever it was that I want to do here. Yeah. But I think that's basically the game here. Let me see if there's anything else that was interesting. And then we'll go. Oh, yeah. I guess I should mention this. If you don't know about the corner here, we can go a little bit further back, right? When I play this corner, this is something I didn't know for a while as well. And that's why I didn't do very well when I played this sort of move to try to peep later. And it's that when black does anything over here, this extension or this Hane, I think if he's going to Hane, he should probably do this one, make a good shape. But I don't really need to respond here. I can technically just live directly, even if black plays another move. But if I Tanuki, this turn is Sente. I have to live now. However it is, right? I have to live now. So we can Hane here and turn, and I just have to live. So when they do this sort of Hane and connect, you can push one time. They're very likely to respond because this Hane is going to be big. And then now you don't have to respond here anymore. You can go ahead and play your next move, wherever that's going to be on the board. I didn't know that for a while, which made the shape a little awkward for me. But now no matter what he does here, this isn't Sente. I could just take my next move over here. He can throw in and do this, whatever he wants, but he can't get this move to reduce my liberties enough to get rid of this eye. So it looks it's nice for me to not have to suffer that. But apart from that, I think that's about it here. This is a weird fight here, but I don't think I need to talk about it too much. Oh yeah. Yeah, I figured if this is the last, I guess this is the last thing to look at. This is probably why he played something over here first, is because if he connects here to make this potential eye, I can peep here in Sente, right? And then he doesn't have an eye here, which allows me to connect up over here. And if he does this one, this isn't necessarily alive, right? Probably want to Hane from the other side, because that side's the group that has potential eye problems. So I probably don't want to Hane from the left side instead. But yeah, it's not alive because I can get this exchange here. And I can get this exchange before protecting the cutting point if I need to protect the cutting point at all. And it's the same for if he cuts here. I can get this move in. I can probably just do this. I can poke here. And now I just need to survive with this group. And if I survive with this group is dead on the top. So I have too many good forcing moves that allow my group to either be alive or to just kill him right away, which is nice. So I think that is the last note to really make here. As I said, that's why I went in and talked about this shape here, is because when he plays this move, it's not Sente, like I mentioned. So no matter what he does here, my corner's just alive. There's nothing he can do to kill it, which is why I can just jump here at J19. Anyway, that's a sort of a long little review thing, but it was kind of fun. The game was fairly short, so this should be fine. Yeah, let me know if you liked this. Make sure to just like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever it is that you guys need to do. And I will see you guys my 5Q video, I guess, next. Have a good day, everyone, and have fun.